When we last left off, the party had uh, first forayed into the ruins of the temple that was next to Coneyberry, with Jaraxxus seeing what had become of it, as well as wishing to look into his parents' crypt. Um, the party had faced some undead in the outskirts of the temple, with the majority of them being no problem. However, near the end of the battle, one of them struck a lucky blow against Ginkgo, and strangely, her body began to lock up and her blood began to freeze. Um, we open up with the party uh, heading back to the um, heading back to the ruins of Coneyberry. Uh, Ginkgo and Ginkgo and Lothar talking, and Ginkgo telling his husband about what had happened. Whoop, you're not supposed to go to there. Supposed to be there. Thank you for scrolling more than I wanted to. Roll 20. With Ginkgo and Lothar talking about what had happened, and Ginkgo saying that they wanted to stay back just in case, but Lothar saying that he would still forge ahead with the party. As you all return, the tokens are set up where they were when you all left. What would you like to do for the night, as you had just re-arrived back in Coneyberry?
I'm not really sure. I wasn't prepared. I assumed we were gonna wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm just gonna chill and find a cozy spot to sleep in.
All right, y'all fall asleep. Our watches set.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
I'll take first.
All right.
Second.
Okay.
I'll grab third.
Fourth, I guess.
Sounds good. Then can we get a perception roll from each of you? And it was Triss, Obi, Jaraxxus, then Scar for the order.
Yep, sounds right.
All right. Well, you rolled it perfectly then. All right, Triss, for your watch, it is quiet. It is uneventful, save for another one of those shadowy beings overlooking the cliff, just watching. Do you do anything as you see it?
Just gonna keep an eye on it.
Just keep an eye on it. Make me a insight check. With a 12, while it seems to be watching you, it doesn't seem to be watching you. It seems to be more of looking over this entire place. And with that, we will go to Obi. Obi, your watch is uneventful save for that same shadowy figure. Didn't move. Still standing there. Eventually it is joined by a second. What do you do?
Where exactly are these things positioned at?
They are positioned. I'll actually bring some tokens out onto the map. Right there.
Hi there, you little shit.
Mm. You know, as much as I would love to just go straight ahead and fight whatever is looking to cause some trouble, these things were a bit of a pain in the ass the last time we had to fight them. Don't you agree, Lennar?
Yeah. Why are we sitting on horses?
I wanted to feel tall for a minute.
That's quite addicting. I understand why you wanted to do that.
Oh shit! I
They're
want to
just
feel tall.
standing there, menacingly.
I wonder what they're doing.
I ain't got a good feeling about this.
All the references. With
Go ahead.
with that, Jiraxis. For your watch,
You and Babe were sharing a bed together.
it is not uneventful. You do see the two shades standing atop the clearing, but as you take your watch, the one thing you notice above all else is Agatha standing far away, just at the tree line to the north. And then she walks back in. Do you do anything?
I don't know. Like we've yet to ever try talking to these things. Part of me says I want to try talking to them, but part of me says I also don't want to try doing it alone.
Fair enough.
Because part of me is like, well, the reason why they would keep on coming back and like watching the town is maybe they were part of the town. And maybe that's why they were trying to attack, is more so like they're thinking, oh, we're protecting it or something. I don't know. But I'll just keep watch because I don't want to die.
Alright. With Scarlet, when your watch rolls around, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Nothing piques your interest. At the beginning of a new day, a lot of you gather your stuff. Lothar and Ginkgo approach, and Lothar informs you, well, I'm gonna be coming on along with... I can't do his accent. Get my generic country accent. I'm gonna be coming on
Just
along
say
with
crick
you.
a bunch of times.
Frick. Crickety frack frick frick. I'm gonna be coming along with y'all. Ginkgo's gonna be standing back here. Not entirely sure if any of y'all want to keep her or keep him company. He turns to Lenara, looks at him. Oh, you thinking about staying behind too? I know you don't seem to be too keen on fighting things. You know, ran away a little bit at the last battle, although I will say cowardice is sometimes needed to keep oneself alive, so ain't no fault in that. Lenara says,
I don't know. I really don't want to go into danger, but at the same time, I did say I'd help you all. What do you all think? Should I come with you? Or should I stay behind and make sure that Ginkgo's okay?
I don't know. I kind of say stay behind. It was awfully dangerous, and there is going to be awfully close quarters.
Lenara nods, and then he turns to Obi to see what Obi says.
Sorry, I was reading something.
You're fine.
Okay, what was that last minute?
Sorry.
Said what was the last bit?
Yeah, Lennar was saying, do you all want him to stay with Ginkgo, or do you want him to come with you? Draxa said to stay behind because it seems like it'll be a close quarters combat in there, and he wants Lennar to be safe.
Yeah.
And he is going through the party and getting everyone's opinions, it seems.
Yeah, I'd rather you stay behind as well.
Alright, that's two. What about you, Scarlet?
Yeah, I'll stay here with Ginkgo.
Okay. I know we don't know each other very much, but what's your opinion, Triss?
I don't think anyone would fault you to stay behind and protect a friend.
Alright. Well, I'm sure that Ginkgo and I will be able to handle ourselves and be able to get the hell out of Dodge if needed. Provided you all leave us with at least one horse. I'm not that fast of a runner. Stubby little legs and all.
Maybe she can help and teach you some of her sick karate moves.
He chuckles.
Well, I wish you all luck. I don't really know what I could do to help your chances, but go kick ass.
Next to Ginkgo. As Lothar is going to come with you all. A lot of you. Is there any prep that you would like to do before heading out? Any last minute preparations or anything that you'd like to do?
Could say, I'd like to try and... Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy.
You're good.
I'd like to try and do one final search of the houses before we set out. Try and look for some extra arrows or something I could use to make arrows with. Getting kind of low.
Make me an investigation check.
Add a guidance to that.
Add a d4 to that roll.
That ain't gonna help.
Add a d4 to that roll.
Dude, it like hovered on 18 for a half second and then flipped over to 2. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Add a D4 to that roll.
Oh, you're telling. Okay.
With a 6 total. With a 6 total, Obi, you do find arrows. However, they are rotted to all get out and are worse than the ones that you currently have.
Right.
Seems there was a Fletcher here.
Oh well, what a shot.
So since I have a magic sword, Obi can't sharpen that and add anything to it, can he?
He could if you had told him to do so the night before.
I was always assuming, like, well, since it's, like, soul-bound to me, other people really shouldn't be able to touch it.
I was going to say, you are unwilling to part with it. That does mean you are unwilling to part from it.
Yeah, that's what I was like, every time you're like, oh, you could throw it, I'm like, I don't think he'd be happy about that.
Exactly. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to do in preparation?
I guess I'll look through the houses to see if I can find like kitchen knives or something that I can use as like a dagger.
You did get your dagger at the end of the last battle once everything was done, by the way.
I know, I just figured I might as well get a few extra sharp things.
Alright, make me an investigation check. Draxus, because you did your guidance on Obi, I'm only allowing 1 guidance. Scarlet, you get about halfway through looking through the houses before you realize all the knives were missing the last time you were all looking through these places. Like, there were spoons and forks, there was just no knives.
Well, damn.
So you do not find anything. Draxus, anything?
Not that I can particularly think of. Because I don't have any, like, spells I have to pre-prepare or anything, do I?
Yeah, you have, at the start of every day, you can change your spell list. Like, what spells you want to prepare for the day. It's one of the things paladins can do.
Right, how would I actually go about doing that?
You just tell me, hey, I want to change this spell to this spell.
Oh, okay, I would have to look at a list then. I'll just keep them as they are this time then.
Alright. Lothar is going to pray for his early morning routine, pray for strength and all that. And Triss is currently AFK, so
I'm not gonna lie, being able to change your spells every day, that's kind of broken.
it's really good. Not every class gets that, and the classes that don't are relegated to, I have to wait until a level up to change 1 spell. I get a spell, but I can only change 1 spell. So I'm better be happy with what I pick. It's really bad for sorcerers in particular because they get so little spells known.
So you think if anything, that would be a sorcerer kind of thing for them to be able to go through like a spell book, be like, alright, I'm gonna make sure I remember these today kind of thing.
That's wizards. Wizards have the spell books.
I assume that they would still have some kind of a book they'd guide themselves with.
Nope. Sorcerers are all... I feel like I'm going to be able to cast a fireball. I feel it in my bones. Or maybe that's the arthritis kicking in.
Probably the arthritis, take it from a fellow arthritic.
But yeah, sorcerers are more about intuiting their magic. Wizards are more about knowing their magic. And warlocks are all about their sugar daddy giving them magic. Or well, sugar entity.
so they get star fuckies?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. She said nothing.
I'm gonna wait until Triss is back.
Two of 'em.
Make sure there's not anything. Actually, hey baby, anything you would like Triss to do before leaving? Okay. Just prepping gear. Okay. Triss looks up from her preparing her gear for the day's adventures, nods that she's ready as you all head to the ruins of the temple. All right. So, what would you like to do?
Go for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know if they're okay. I'll be trying for keys.
Oh, there you go.
If anybody likes burnt biscuits, they're tin them up there.
Squirrels?
Not
Party.
burnt, but they're too hard to make.
Yeah.
I'd say Obi should inch his way in first and make sure that all the undead aren't right back in the front face.
All right.
I mean, he's a sneaky one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fine. I'll do it, but I swear they'll probably just stay put where they're at.
I mean, I know 3 of them will.
Fair enough.
Or wait. Okay, so what? Does it not immediately open up into that big flat room? Like I thought?
We're back at the entrance.
You're back at the entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lenar's not there. Let me remove him.
Hi, Covington.
Let Nar go fling.
Lenar goes, ah, and then he phases out of existence.
Lenore got you.
Alright, I'm activating stealth.
I'm activating stealth. Stealth is not necessarily an activatable ability.
Sorry, I'm thinking WoW logic, where it's actually a spell you have to cast.
No. It is literally just, alright, I'm gonna try to be stealthy. Stop phasing through things.
Okay, sorry. I
wait,
thought door
wait,
was still
wait.
cracked open like from last time.
Wait for me to, actually, I should be able to do something. Hold on. Dynamic lighting. Update when token drop. It should have been or you can't go through. Alright, you're opening the door?
Yeah.
Alright. Door has been opened.
I'm not for you. I'm not for you.
I'm just gonna stand at the opening and roll a perception check to see if the ghost is still around from last time or whatever the fuck we're calling them. Spectre.
Alright. A 24. They have moved.
Yay.
It's almost like these things are alive or have some semblance of life. The
Well, you never
24,
know.
the 24, you see this one here. You see this one here. The one on the door is still on the door. However, there's one next to it, also on the door. I'll actually put these fellas back a little bit so they're more in the door for you.
I know, I need to make a spot for you on your desk, on his desk, so you can lay up there.
And that is what you see with that 24. They do not seem to have noticed you just yet. However, they do react to the doors opening and light filtering in, pressing themselves further into the shadows.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just going to step back outside, let them know that I see 4 of these things and how we want to approach this. So, any bright ideas from any of you? There's 2 guarding a door and 2 on one on either side of the room.
Well, like I said earlier, have we tried to actually talk to them?
Look, if any of us are gonna talk to the dead, it's you.
Why you volunteer me?
I mean, it used to be your home. You know, maybe one of them was the old lady that lived down the road and gave you candy. I don't know.
She gave me cookies, not candy.
Did you have to pay for those cookies?
No, but you had to pay for peppermint sticks.
Fuck off.
You're still on that.
Okay, any objections to at least attempt to go in peacefully?
Oh, I'm not objecting. I'm just saying you're the one doing it.
Agreed.
This here's your sort of place. I'd hate to interfere with any sort of plans that you might have, considering we're here for you.
Okay, fine. I will be the one to at least try to say something. I mean, because those zombies did not seem one little bit like they wanted to talk. They just wanted to eat. Okay, I will push the door open, like, fully, very slowly, so it's not, doesn't seem threatening.
Alright. Open the door.
I swear, if I walk in there and you guys shut these doors again...
Again?
Obi.
Is that a nightmare you had?
I mean, there's been some dreams. There's been a few dreams. I'm gonna just walk in slowly about, like, halfway and look at the one that's over here that was actually... You said that one was actually facing out towards him, wasn't he?
They all seem to be kind of like shying away from the light, which, as a note, the light is only reaching in to about here. After that, it's kind of dark.
What?
But yeah, you turn to the one that's there. What do you do?
You got a call. Your dad's in the hospital with a brain tumor.
Well, I was assuming y'all were gonna follow me in. Or at least stay close. but I would look at the one that was over here and ask it what its name was and what it would like and why they were attacking us and see if it was willing to talk to us.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, great.
With a 3, it does not seem to respond to you.
Hey,
It seems to
know
just
what I said, did you?
stand stock still and
I
stare.
don't really know what to say about that.
Just
Also, I
go.
need to
Oh,
change
yeah,
the
that sucks. I like
song
it.
one
It does
second.
suck.
Hmm.
I saw the
Here we
article
go.
on Facebook.
Yeah, she found out like literally 2 hours ago. Why
Is it,
that weird?
tell me if it's too loud, by the way.
I actually can't hear anything, but that might be on my end.
Make sure you have the volume on.
It's on. I just have to bump the volume up, I guess.
What about the rest of you? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Sorry, what am I hearing for? The music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. It does not seem to respond to you, standing stock still and staring.
Can I try to talk to another one?
Yeah. Do you stay where you're at, just her?
No, I'd step closer over towards this one over here.
Alright.
Try again.
As you turn to talk to it, what do you say, by the way? You say the same thing?
I mean, similar. Ask it what it's doing here, and I'll assume it's some form of undead, right? So it's been raised for some reason.
As you start trying to talk to it, it seems to almost like you're not even there. Start going about its business. Seems to be walking along. You do notice that it is sticking to the shadows, trying to avoid the light. As it gets about here, it turns and takes a position almost similar to that of a guard. As you realize that where it's standing in its position, the shadow on the wall behind it looks as if it had a spear at one point. Clattered on the ground next to it is the burned remains of a spear.
So these ones don't seem violent, but the other ones were. So it's like, why were they violent? Opinions? Anybody? Where to go? What to do? Keep going?
Toby steps
Me.
into the room once again. It's like, well, they're not really doing anything. Guess we are safe for now.
Can I... Is there anything, like, odd in the room? Like, traps or anything? That are, like, noticeable? Or have we
Make-
already done that?
You can make me a perception check. Obi was looking for the shadows. He wasn't looking for anything else with his perception check, so you can try a different. With a 19, things that you notice are there are these pillars along the corridors. There's a door this way, a door this way,
I'm done eating.
and 2 doors which
Why?
at this point you would be able to realize that the shadows that are plastered on the wall on the faces of the door seem to almost be like panicked people running towards these doors, but their shadows are stuck where they're at.
I would pass that information along. But like the floor and like nothing like that looks weird or
No, doesn't seem to be trapped in any way. No obvious hazards that catch your eye. It's a little uneven
Okay.
here and there from like a tile sticking up, but nothing obviously malicious.
I would be like, well, I'd pass all of that on.
I mean, obviously I want to go in further, but they seem hell bent on us not going through that door. You get it? Hell bent. Haha.
I would choose to ignore that.
I'm literally about to walk in and just hiss at them and just like barge my way through, like, fuck you guys.
I guess we can explore the sides and then try to figure out how we can get past them. Cause I'd hate to just start murdering them. They haven't done anything to us yet. So I guess start with this door over here.
All right. Let me go into dynamic lighting so I can. How do you open the door?
Well, I was gonna be like, hey, Obi, peep in the door. Make sure we're safe. You're the short one.
Fine.
You're the stealthy
One
one.
second, I'm finishing chewing. Obi, as you go to reach for the door handle, as you turn it and the door opens, the room around you. Hold on, I put the wrong thing here for a moment. Come on, let me grab that door. Let me pet that dog.
Can I
Pet
pet
that
that dog?
It's really not wanting me to grab this door. I'm just going to delete it. As you open this door, the room around you springs to life. I need everyone to roll
Motherfucker.
initiative.
Fuck off.
Need to roll what?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Fuck.
Fucking door.
I blend your access.
Okay, Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer.
The enchanted table that they fought in this latest season.
Oh no, the door's not attacking you.
Psh. Better fucking not. Not a good roll.
It happens. That one's really not a good roll. That's a natural 1 on that one's part. As Obi, you open the door, the shadows that seem to be permeating this place seem to come alive and start to have a will of your own. Draxus, as you are looking over Obi's shoulder and this begins to happen, you are first to react and see. What do you do?
Do I know the per se they're being violent already?
They seem to start, while they are not moving on the map, obviously because it's not their turn, they are starting to pile towards you.
So, like, do undead take, say, more damage from holy spells?
You can make me a religion check. You have no idea. You're not used to fighting undead.
Let's see.
Also, I just realized I didn't roll Lothar's initiative. One moment. It probably will be last, but... Yep, it was last. I don't even know to change the initiative order. What do you do, Jiraxis?
Try to decide. Shoot, I had to get up on all three of those for radiance to hit them. I guess I'll go with my burning hands. I don't
Gonna
want
light it on fire?
I assumed it was stone.
Doors are still wood.
I mean, yeah, but doors are doors.
Fair enough.
I don't think that would set the whole place on fire if it's stone, correct?
Nope, it would not.
This is
Stone don't burn.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the burning hands right towards the three so I can try to get as much damage out as possible.
Alright. Roll me the damage, and I will roll some saving throws. You should be rolling one more d6. I do believe. Let me check.
Actually, yeah, it said what level. I didn't realize I had to put that as 2. Correct?
Yep. Yes, you need to add one more d6 to that, because you auto-cast it at level 2. So just roll an extra... Alright, 14. As you see these shadowy figures launching themselves towards Obi, you throw yourself to the side, and how do you expel your fire?
I was picturing like making a ring out of his hands, and it just kind of like materializes in the middle and shoots out.
You make a ring with your hands and launch the fire forward to these shadowy figures. The ash of their bodies beginning to burn as... Let's roll some dex saves. First one. Second one. Third one. The one in the center taking the full blast, while the other two able to dodge to the side of the majority of the fire. Doing calculations, one moment.
Hate that.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, as these three shadowy figures seem to start burning once again, their ashy bodies scattering behind them with that blow? They're still standing, but you certainly dealt some damage.
I guess just pull back a little bit further from the ones that I have obviously pissed off.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's about all I can do, so yes.
As this shadow jumps to the side out of the fire, Obi, you look up from opening the door and hearing that whoosh of flame to see one of the shadows bearing down on you.
Oh no.
Does a 21 hit?
Yep.
I need you to roll me a d4.
Don't touch me there. That is my Loki swear.
Your strength score drops by 2.
Strength.
Make sure to note what your strength score is before it drops.
Fucking love these guys.
So I now have a 6 strength.
As your body begins to feel heavy, your armor almost like it's weighing you down. You take 9 points of necrotic damage as your body withers away from its touch.
How about now? A little help here?
This next one launches towards you, Draxus, but as it goes into the sunlight, its body begins to hiss and ash starts trailing off of its body as it hits the sunlight, and you're able to see it as it gets close to you, the ash and shadows pulling away. You see what looks to be the remnants of what once was a elven man. Most of its skin and muscle is gone. What's there is mummified and clinging to bones, giving it a very sharp appearance. As it reaches out to grab at you, does a 15 hit?
No.
Actually, one moment. I did not roll that correct. I need to roll that again. Yeah, does a 15 hit you?
A 15, no.
Yeah. As it goes to reach out towards you, you realize that something about the sun seems to be keeping these things at bay as it's trying to shield itself from the light while also clawing at you. This one, as the rest of you begin to fight, moves itself towards the door and starts to try to push it shut. Scarlet, you're on the other side of the door. Would you like to do anything?
Try to stop it.
Huh?
Try to stop it from shutting the door.
I guess I'll try and stop it from shutting the door.
Alright, make me an athletics check. Easily able to overwhelm its body, its barely corporeal body. You will easily keep the doors open and its turn is wasted. But it is now your turn. As you push the doors back open, fighting against it, you are now able to do as you wish in this battle. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna go try and save Obi.
Alright.
I'm gonna get like my spear and like shoot to try and bring it towards me, I guess.
To bring it towards you.
Yeah, like more into the light with Obi.
With a spear?
I'm sorry, arrow. Sorry.
Can you try to describe to me how you're trying to move it with an arrow? I'm not picturing it here, sorry.
He's asking like what you're trying to do. I think what you were trying.
I think what she's getting at is like trying to piss it off so it'll chase after her instead.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like shoot at it and try to get it, bring it towards like me, so it like
You're
gets
trying
light.
to draw aggression. You're trying to draw aggression. I got you.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Pop the bitch off me!
You might need to
Get
move in
aggro.
more.
What?
You might
Alright.
need to move in more from how far away you are.
Where it is at with the pillars, you would be having a hard time making that shot as it would have quite significant cover. Would you like to move to try to reposition and get a better shot?
Yeah.
Alright. if you move... Oh, wow, where did you go?
I don't know if it was Covington.
You went out to the other side of the... One moment while I drag you back.
Cat stepped on her laptop and she's just like, zing!
Yep.
She's apparently
Sorry.
pulling some like speed run, like out of bounds shit.
All right, so if you get to here, you'll have it'll have half cover, so it's only a +2 to its armor class. You have a 35 movement. If you go here, you will have a clear shot on it, but you will be within striking distance of that shadow that is next to you. Where would you like to go?
To the one where he had some coverage.
As a note, also, if you leave this one's area around it, so one of these spaces, it will be able to take a reactionary attack against you. So we wanted to be about here
I'd say just attack the one by the door.
or here.
Because Obi's turn's next, so he can actually run off.
What would you like to do?
I was thinking there, like right next to Obi.
You mean Lothar?
Lothar.
Lothar.
It'd still have 3/4 cover at that point. Need to get a little bit better of an angle on it. There would probably do it. To get you to at least half cover.
Yeah, okay, I'll go there.
Alright. You may make your shot. Once you may make your shot. A crit definitely hits.
Nice.
Big nice. Let me check something. I don't remember who did it. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, it's not you. Got it. Yeah, with a critical hit, you line up the shot. Cover is no issue to you. You've made worse shots in worse conditions. The arrow flies through the air, cutting through the in-between space between Draxus and his assailant to strike into the body of this undead apparition that is assaulting Obi. It seems very heavily hit by that, as it seems to turn and silently hiss at you. Obi.
I hiss back.
Scarlet, is that your turn, or would you like to do something else?
No, I just want to hiss back.
All right. Obi, it is now your turn. What would you like to do? Obi,
Oh, sorry.
what would you like to do?
I'm first going to just swing at the apparition in front of me with my short sword.
All right. A 24 will definitely hit. As you strike into its body, dealing a quite decent blow. However, you're used to striking from the shadows, not striking at shadows. So it doesn't seem to deal as much damage as you would have if you had been able to get the drop on it. In other words, you don't get your sneak attack.
That's fine. Uh, then bonus action disengage.
All right, where are you gonna go?
Remind me how much movement I have on that again.
You have 25, which is 5 squares.
Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna head back by Lothar.
All right, heading over to Lothar. He looks at you and says, "Did a number on you. See if we can't patch that up once it's done. All right."
Yeah, no kidding.
That is your bonus action, movement, and action. So I assume that is your turn?
Yeah.
Triss, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, let's have a look at my spells.
All right.
Would fairy fire do anything since it's light?
Can you post it to the chat?
Let me read
roll
it
20.
first.
I was gonna recommend something similar if Lothar can cast light on some rocks and see if that actually does
Do I
anything.
do that? Is that how I do that?
That is how you do that. 1 second, let me read it. All right.
Would that
You
work?
can check. You can try. See what happens.
So, 20-foot cube would be how much?
A 20-foot cube would be a here, let me actually let me see if I have a token for that. Spell tokens. There we go. There is a 20-foot cube. Tell me where you'd like it centered.
There would probably be good.
All right. As you cast this spell, what does it look like, Triss? And what color light is going to shine down? Blue, green, or violet?
I'm thinking
You can also
violet.
choose a different. I was going to say you can also choose a different color if you want.
Kind of like white light then, because I feel like that would be brighter than violet light.
All right. Would you like to describe how the spell looks as you cast it?
No, because I am creatively stunted.
No, you're not. Would you like me to describe it though?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So you all watch as Triss seems to concentrate before throwing out her hand, and before you outlined, or before you, what once was dark almost seems to appear tiny little specks of light, like the blanket of a night sky with the stars poking holes in the darkness, as what looks to be these stars slowly descend and begin to cover the area in front of everyone. As let's check if these do save or not. First one, second one. As the lights fall upon the one that had been taking the most damage, as the light begins to touch its undead skin, the shadow peeling away, revealing what is left, not but bone and ash. It seems to burn the creature. If you'd like to roll me a d6 and see how much
Yeah.
damage you do. Yeah. The creature is burned away entirely by the light.
Can
Not
only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
it was not meant to delete that token. Does it stay in the area? Let me check. Nope. It goes away afterwards, but any creature that would have been affected sheds light. So the one that did get affected just died from it. The other one, the one that is fighting Draxus, was able to move out of the way enough before the light shined down upon it. But you were able to take one out with that.
To know.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? What was that?
No.
All right.
I don't think I can do anything else on my turn other than move, but I'm kind of happy where I am right now.
The last of these undead creatures launches itself at you as well, Jiraxis, reaching out, trying to grab hold of you. As it reaches into the sunlight, you see that this was a dwarven individual. The ratty braids of its beard still clinging to what's left of the skin of its face. As the as the shadow and ash pulls away in the sunlight. Does a 6 hit you? I'm gonna assume that's a no.
I
he said no.
accidentally muted my mic, my bad. But no, a 6 doesn't hit.
Lothar, seeing this, calls out, "They don't seem to be doing too well in the light. Stay within the light." As he is going to reach out and do the old Lothar special of Sacred Flame on the one that had just most recently tried to take a swipe at you, Jiraxis. However, it does not seem to connect. He curses, says, "One of these days I'll be able to hit something significantly."
I was gonna say, with that accuracy, I believe he probably hit the pillar way back behind us.
Jiraxis, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, like I was gonna say, I was gonna recommend. I don't know if his like little spectral light he can make would actually do anything to them.
Your what light?
How Lothar can make the little spectral light and like put it on something and throw it. I didn't
The
know
light cantrip.
Yeah, I didn't know if that would do anything. Like if it was tossed back here to like extend the light, if that would do anything to him. But other than that, I would just swing for the one right in front of my face. Actually, no. Forget,
There's two of them right in front.
They're already in front of me anyways. Word of Radiance.
All right. Roll me some damage so I can roll some saving throws. All right. So you speak your word of radiance. One of them is unable to dodge out of the way in time. It's the one that had been dodging so much so far, but is caught off guard by your holy word, and as the radiance of the spell hits it, it burns away quite significantly, as you have done quite a bit of damage to it with that. It almost seems to be next to falling over now.
That's the one that looked like a dwarf, right?
No, this was the elf one.
Oh, well. Either way, seeing the one that looks like a dwarf, I'm just gonna kind of like yell back at Obi, Obi, come get your freaking companions. It's a dwarf. You should be able to persuade it.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm sorry. Just because I'm a dwarf, you think I know every dwarf? Fucking
That's how it goes.
Throw him some alcohol.
We're not all alcoholic.
I'll assume that's your turn, Draxus.
Yeah.
As the shadow that you had hit with quite a bit of light and holy radiance peels back from your blow, it is going to move around to the opposite side of you so that it can try to hit you better. Does a 17 hit?
Unfortunately.
Roll me a d4. Your strength score drops by 3. Make a note of what your strength score was before it dropped.
Better write this down. Or actually, there's notes in our character sheets, aren't there?
There are notes. In addition, you also take 7 necrotic damage.
Okay, there has to be fucking fireworks or something going on, because this is ridiculous.
I think that's thunder. Just rolling thunder. I hear it.
Thunder.
What's your music?
No. Have you written it down?
Yeah.
All right.
It's in
Scarlet, the
additional
one behind you
features.
that had tried to close the door earlier, upset with your interference, was going to take a swing at you. However, it is still well within the darkness, so it does not seem to be able to be dissuaded by the light. Does a 19 hit?
What am I looking up again?
Your armor class. Yes, a 19 hits.
Scarlet? A 19 hits? Roll me a d4. Your strength score drops by 4. Make a note of what it was before it dropped.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, what was it?
In addition, you also take 13 points of necrotic damage. However, I do believe you resist necrotic damage, being a Dhampir. Let me double check if you do or not.
I got it adjusted.
I don't see anything in here for you being able to resist necrotic, which does not make sense to me. I thought you would have. Guess not. So you do take 13 points of necrotic damage.
I got it.
Huh?
I got it.
Got what?
Your health. I already got it.
Okay.
I was just trying to help because you're knitting.
Scarlet, it is now your turn. Taking this hefty blow from this undead. What do you do?
Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
Bet. I have a torch.
Mm-hmm.
Should I light it and like throw it at one of them?
Well, throwing it at him doesn't do anything, but you could just light it if you wanted to. I think Lothar's gonna hit him with the light.
The one in front of me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot.
Arrow at it.
Just stab it.
Or sorry, I want to stab it.
1 second, I'm gonna check something on your sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There you go. You're going to shoot?
Yeah.
Alright. You will have disadvantages. There is a enemy within melee distance with you as you're making a ranged attack.
Just stab it. Your dagger.
I'm gonna stab it with my dagger, sorry.
That's fine too. You turn around, you pull out your dagger, and you stab into it. Roll me an attack roll. That is a 21 because you're able to use your dexterity mod with daggers. Dexterity mod is +2. We're gonna add a point extra to that damage, so you do have the ability to do that. So you stab into this. The blow, being mortal, does not seem, or being the blow does not seem to deal as much damage as you figured it would with a strike like that, but it does deal damage nonetheless. Obi. Actually, sorry, Scarlet, is that all you're going to do with your turn, or is there going to be more?
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, Obi, what do you do with your turn?
So what? We've got one on Scarlet, one on Draxus, and this
You
last...
2 on Draxus, they're flanking him, and 1 on Scarlet.
Guess I'll swing at the one in front of me that's flanking Draxus.
Alright, you get a +5 bonus to this roll because Draxus, you, and Triss are all surrounding it. So that is a 15 to hit. You do get sneak attack with this roll because you do have allies within 5 feet of it. You want to roll an additional 2d6. As you stab into this thing with your short sword, you feel like it could fall over at any moment, as it does not seem to be able to hold its body together very much. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Nah, I think that's it.
Do you have a offhand weapon?
All I've got is the short sword and a short bow.
All right. You don't have any daggers?
No.
I thought rogues started with daggers.
No, I started with a short sword and a short bow. That's it.
Strange. No, you start with 2 daggers as well. You should have 2 daggers on your sheet.
In my weapons thing, that's all it shows.
It's very odd. Add 2 daggers to your sheet. You should have them. Rogues just get daggers to start with.
Yeah, that's why I've always been swinging with a short sword. It was my only melee weapon option.
Should be able to have 2 daggers. Rogues just get 2 daggers in addition. Here, I'll add them to your sheet for you if you want.
Okay, yeah, that would.
I say, why does the barbarian start with daggers and not a short sword, but the rogue starts with a short sword?
Because rogues are proficient in short swords.
Do you like my sword?
Do not fucking start that bullshit. I hear that enough during the week.
It's my alarm.
You cannot afford with my diamond
Obi?
sword.
Obi,
Even if you could I have a pact.
Obi, I'm gonna murder your ass.
Alright, would you like to attack with your dagger with an offhand attack?
Yes.
Alright, make me an attack roll. You also get a +5 to this.
Hold on, let me reopen my character sheet after you just edited it.
Though you would not be able to get your dexterity modifier bonus to the attack roll, because it is an offhand weapon. You do not have the requisite fighting style. An 8 plus 5. That would hit. What was that?
I was gonna say, does +5 still counters it just the one
Yep.
roll, but you just answered my question.
Yep. However, you only roll a 2 because you do not get your dexterity modifier to the damage rolls on your offhand weapons. However, it is just enough as the dagger falls up behind your short sword.
And is it still sneak attack, or is that only count on the first one?
You get sneak attack once per round. You can choose which weapon carries that sneak attack, but you only get it once per, or not round, once per turn. So if you do attack on your reaction, you would be able to get sneak attack then as well. But yes, that is one less beastie to deal with. As you follow up a short sword into a dagger blow. You finish it off. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Is this a ghost up top still trying to close the door?
No, it seems to be preoccupied trying to take Scarlet out.
Of course.
Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna end the turn.
Triss, it is your turn. Only 2 of these things remain.
If I'm here, would that be 20 feet? Can you put the 20 thingy square again?
Yes, one moment. Where would you like it?
Bugger. I thought I'd be able to get both of them in there.
On my face.
Nope.
Which, well, fuck. Let's do this one.
You're going to attack it, or are you going to...
No, I want the square.
Alright, tell me where you would like it.
I want this one in it.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
tell
like, do
me
you want
where
it
you
here?
like
Do you
it.
want
There.
it here? Do you want it, like, that? How do you want it?
Where it was fine.
Here?
Yes.
Alright. I need Scarlet, Lothar, Obi, Triss, and Draxus to make dexterity saving throws. So, everyone make a dexterity saving throw. As Triss begins casting her magic. Alright, Triss, can you post your spell again so I can see your spell save DC?
I think it's 12. One moment.
Yep, it's 12. So, that means everybody but Jaraxxus, you save from the spell. Jaraxxus, you are now covered in what is effectively magical body glitter.
So I just got turned into a male stripper.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Sparkly. Strike a pose with a bellowing salute.
Sweet.
This means, Jaraxxus, all attacks against you have advantage.
Alright.
I no longer want to be a male stripper.
At least until Triss either A, drops the spell, or B, the spell ends after 1 minute.
This guy doesn't save?
He did not save as well. Can you roll me a d6? I'm trying to figure out what the body glitter thing is, what the body glitter thing will be. We'll have it as this. And can you put a wrench on your token?
Me?
Yes, because you are concentrating on a spell. As the light touches down upon this shadowy figure, it bursts into flames, and you have dealt a very significant chunk of damage to that, as it looks like it's almost about to die from that. And the light seems to be actively eating away at its body.
Can I hear a Loki?
Nice.
I think.
Jaraxxus,
Loki! Yeah, I see.
being covered in this light seems to give the shadow something to lock onto and lash out at, as if it's able to strike the light itself. While it is in the light, it is making it harder for it to hit, but the body glitter around you seems to be canceling that out. So does a 10 hit?
No.
Alright. Lothar, seeing the one about to die, he is going to go over to it and attempt a bonk. Since the attacks don't seem to be working. Since his magic does not seem to be working. The attempted bonk will hit and will finish it off. As it dies. Alright, Triss, got a question for you.
I have an answer.
Jaraxxus is the only one still affected by this spell. Do you want to keep it up?
No.
Alright, you can drop it. You can remove the
Yeah,
wrench
I'm
from your
doing it.
token.
Hello.
Yep. Jaraxxus, the magical body glitter upon you seems to fade. Lothar is going to then, after moving over,
No, you don't need a sandwich.
go after the last of the shadowy figures with his bonus action to attempt to once again bonk.
Do you want me to order that
However, he
pizza?
misses with that one.
If you want.
Alright. Draxus, it is your turn.
Swing at its face. Love
An
that
11.
roll.
As you attempt to strike out at it, your blade misses and passes through naught, but the darkness you did not want to hit. Is there anything else that you would like to do with that, with your turn?
Do you have your wallet?
No, I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright. Scarlet, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
There.
Can I move to there?
Alright.
And I'm gonna try
What would you like to do
and shoot the
as you move?
I'm gonna try and shoot the thing in front of Jiraxis.
I'm gonna try and shoot, yeah, the thing in front of Draxus.
Alright. Pulling out your bow, you line up a shot. Make me an attack roll. A 22 definitely hits as your arrow sinks into the shadows, only for it to pass out slightly slower on the other side. Does not seem to deal as much damage as you would like it to. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Obi, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Getting tired of the situation, I just go ahead and rush up to the side of it, swing at it with the short sword again.
Alright. Would you like me to roll me some sneak attack, crit style, so an extra 2d6 on top of that? So your sneak attack is doubled. You just want to click it twice. Alright, so that's 7 plus 6 for 13, plus 9 for 23. As you are quite literally done with it, as it just seems to explode in a puff of shadow and ash.
As it disappears, I just kind of shout out, "Are there any more of you motherfuckers in here?"
Bad dwarf.
Obi's like huffing and puffing, like very heavily. Not exactly 100%, and you can tell he's frustrated with the spectral visitor.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Triss, it's your turn. What do you do?
Wait. That was the last of them, right?
They're gone, right?
You can make me a perception check to see if you
Right?
any.
I just accidentally pissed something off.
Probably.
With a 16.
$16 what?
You don't seem to notice anything.
Fuck.
Is that your turn?
I guess.
Alright. Lothar, looking around, is also going to attempt to see if he can see anything. Peering into the dim of the areas around. It's really hard for me to It's really hard for me to see. It's very dark. I suggest we abscond into the sunlight. They don't seem to like it. He is going to attempt to move back out of the way. But a 23 does hit him. For 9 necrotic. Who would like to roll me a d4? And his strength drops by only 1.
The few times you're happy to roll a 1.
I need to put into his thing. STR score 14. Also, he's 6'3". I looked on the character sheet to see that, and I was not expecting that. All right. Draxus. As Lothar steps away, you're able to see the now revealed not 1, but 2 more of these. The one that struck after Lothar is going to continue chasing after him into the light, attempting to strike once more. However, 12 will not hit. Draxus, what do you do?
If I use my Divine Sense, can I also still move and attack, or does that count as my action?
Your Divine Sense counts as your action.
Okay, well, I'm not wasting that right now since I can already see the 2 then.
Also, I just realized that attack roll was not meant, was in GM. So it was a 12, though. It was a 19 and then a 12, but the 12 missed. So what would you like to do, Draxus?
Well, with it this close, I guess I'll just try to hit it. Hopefully I roll better this time.
With a 21, you certainly do hit it. As your blade strikes in it, unlike everybody else's, your magic blade seems to strike harder into this being. Almost as if the fact that it was magical seems to be able to hit something beyond its corporeal, what remains, and strike its spirit. Is that your turn?
That's it for now.
Scarlet, what would you like to do?
I hear I'm thinking.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot that one, but first I'm gonna move.
All right.
and I'm gonna shoot it.
At which one? Which one are you going to shoot at, Scarlet? This one or this one?
The one in front of Draxus.
You're not hitting your button.
Huh? What?
You didn't hit your button.
Oh, the one in front of Draxus.
All right. Moving to there, you would be outside. You would have been moving out of the shadows range, so it will get an attack of opportunity against you. Are you okay with this?
Just stab it. It's not worth losing more for strength.
I'm gonna move back, and then I'm gonna stab it.
All right. So you're not going to move out of its attack range. So you're going to attempt to stab it instead. Make me an attack roll. Using your dagger, a 15 will hit due to the fact of using dexterity for 6 total damage. Unlike Draxus's magic blade, it does not seem to strike as hard. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Obi, it's your turn. Make me an intelligence check. Arcana. Specifically. Continue with your turn.
Swing at it with the short sword.
All right. A 20 certainly hits.
So does the offhand attack count as my bonus action, or?
It counts as your bonus action. So if you want to disengage, you cannot take a offhand attack. But if you're where you want to be, you can.
I would actually like to go ahead and use my bonus action instead to chug a healing potion.
All right. Roll me the 2d4 plus 2. Since you are using a bonus action rather than an action, take the potion.
Said 2d4 plus 2.
That is a basic healing potion, yes. Unless you have a stronger potion on you. I don't think I've given you one yet. You heal 8 points of damage.
Alright.
However, your strength does not seem to return to you. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Triss, there before you lies another one of these things. What would you like to do?
I'll bap it.
You'll bap it. With a quarterstaff. That hits.
Oof. Dreadful strike.
You do get Dreadful Strike. Didn't want to go for your short sword?
No.
Alright. Bapping into it, it takes some damage, but you're unable to get a solid strike into it, as you only clip it.
Yup. Good talk.
Obi, the shadowy figure before you launches itself at you. While it's still in the darkness, it does not seem to have any issues with finding where you're at to strike. However, it does miss you with a 9. Lothar's turn. He turns to Draxus and says, "You wanted me to try the light thing, right?"
It's worth a shot.
All right. He is going to reach out towards the shadow and attempt to cast the light spell, which would be counted as an unarmed strike. I do believe. Let me look at the light spell. He would be unable to cast the light spell on this. He cannot cast it on creatures.
Oh no, I was meaning like put it on something, and that way there's like immediate light underneath the thing.
He says, "All right," and he's going to cast light on his shield and hold it up towards the shadow. While it recoils from the light, it does not seem to do anything. Brace yourselves. It is going to once again attempt to attack him. It is going after him in particular. However, I'm pretty sure a 6 does not hit. Jaraxus, it is your turn.
Gonna try to finish the one off that's right next to us.
Alright. Make me an attack roll. A 20 will hit as you cleave it from top to bottom, leaving naught but ash and shadow wisps to dissipate. What else would you like to do with your turn?
It's gonna sound really dumb, but I'm gonna put my fingers in the ash and put war paint on my face just for intimidation factor.
You go to reach for the ash. As your fingers touch it, nothing happens, and you get to put war paint on your face.
Badass.
Is that all you would like to do with your turn?
Well, I will move in preparation to try to help Obi out and be right next to him.
Alright. Scarlet, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just gonna stand there and see if Obi and Jaraxus can handle it.
Alright. Not gonna take a swing at it?
No, not this time.
Rude.
Okay.
I guess to be fair, you are hurting pretty bad.
Alright. Obi. Would you like to hold your... I should say, Scarlet, would you like to hold your action?
Yes.
Alright, what would you like to hold your action until?
Just say you're taking
Like,
a dodge.
what would you like to do with your action once what happens? Like, are you holding...
I
Go ahead.
guess I'm just gonna make sure, like, I can still dodge, but
You'd like to take the dodge action?
yes.
Alright. You take the dodge action. Any attack that comes towards you will have disadvantage. Obi, a 13 hits. There is an ally within 5 feet of it. I am going to ignore the pillar because I know Jaraxus was trying to assist. You would technically have to be a little bit one further along.
I mean, to be fair, both the squares I can lock into have the pillar right in it.
Yes, but the pillar is between you and the shadow, right where it's at.
Fair.
But regardless, a 13 hits for 4 if you'd like to roll sneak attack.
Okay, I'm confused because the dice show a 4 and a 1, so shouldn't it 5, or am I missing a modifier?
What do you mean a 4 and a 1? I'm seeing that you rolled a 1 on your d6.
Mine shows. Wait a minute. Somehow I've got an extra dice on the top left of my screen. Okay.
I did too. It has a 4 and a 1.
Okay, so I'm not losing my. Okay. Anyway, so roll sneak attack.
I turn the dice off. Yeah. You can roll sneak attack for an extra 2d6. You stab into it. It does not seem to take as much damage as you would like.
Bonus action, stab it with the dagger.
All right. .22 will hit for an additional 4 damage.
Okay. Mine says 7 damage.
Yes. With your offhand, you do not get to add your dexterity.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. This whole offhand dagger thing's still new.
Yeah.
Although, from what the sounds of it, I should have been able to do this from the get-go.
Yes, you should have been able to do this from the get-go. I thought you had it on your sheet and you were just not wanting to. Yeah, you have to have a certain fighting style to be able to get that offhand bonus.
Gotcha.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, Triss, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You're muted.
Yeah, I realized that.
What's up?
Well, are we all ganging up on this one dude?
It looks to be.
The last one left for now.
There's a pillar between you and it there.
No, I know.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to get to it. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20 kind of thing?
Yep. 25. You want to get up on it. It'll take 25 feet of movement.
To be here?
Yep.
I was
From
there.
where you were. Yeah.
5,
Oh, no, that'd
10,
be 5.
15, 20.
That's only 15 because you can go diagonals.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway.
Can I hit it here?
Yes, you can.
I hit it.
A 21 will hit.
Hit it again. With the other one.
A 23 will hit.
And then that thing is for the first one, right? Like, what is with these fucking ones? God dang.
Alright, so... Let me... check something.
No.
Okay.
You're not allowed.
How would you like to take out the last one?
I hit it with the sword.
Delivering a flurry of blows, you're able to carve off bit by bit the shadows as you reveal not but a withered skeleton of a long dead priestess before the ashes
Not personal.
before the bone crumbles to ash and it falls away. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Lothar is going to say, alright guys, we really need to back up and get out. We are not doing too hot. And he is going to 5, 10, 15, and hold his action to close the doors behind. Draxus, what would you like to do with your turn?
Given the fact we haven't ended initiative, I'm sketchy about this. Obi, keep your fucking mouth shut. No,
Look.
no, 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 no.
They were coming out anyway. I had nothing to do with it. Hey, if anyone can hear me.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth. Shut up.
What would you like to do with your turn, Drax?
I'm gonna just walk over to Obi, throw him over my shoulder if I can, and just like walk out.
Once it's your turn, yes. Draxus, what would you like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna like move just over to the side and let everyone else go first. That way, hopefully, I can protect them if something goes wrong.
All right. Scarlet, what would you like to do with your turn? Throw Obi over your shoulder and leave?
Yep.
Obi, do you resist?
No.
Obi, you are flung over Scarlet's shoulder,
I'm gonna smack
And-
his butt.
and your butt is smacked.
Ooh, do it again.
And Scarlet, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have 30 feet of movement before you are out.
I'm gonna do it.
You leave the confines of the ruined temple. Obi, you also leave the confines of the ruined temple. Oh, are you staying behind to close the door?
Hey, go get the pizza.
He's upstairs.
I'm gonna say Lothar was gonna do that.
Be right back. Obi's getting, Pritzy's getting pizza.
It's not my turn.
Did he bring some for the rest of the
I
class?
know, I'm just letting them know.
Triss, what would you like to do with your turn?
I leave.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Lothar's waiting for you, Draxus.
And so is the pizza.
Draxus leaves, and Lothar closes the door behind everyone. And initiative is over. All right, everybody. What are we doing? We're taking a break. They don't seem to want to come out here. It's I think a little too bright for them. I think we'll be safe as long as there's no other undead crawling around or out here. Best keep eyes open. Why does my mace feel so heavy all of a sudden?
Probably from those things sucking the life out of you.
I'm thinking we take a small, short rest. What say you, Scarlet, Obi, Draxus, who is currently AFK, and Triss?
I say I agree.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right. Where are you guys going to camp?
I mean, I vote for around one of the campfires that's made.
I'm all right with that. Use what's already here. Hey, drag you all. All right. Would anyone like to do a watch during the short rest?
I'll do it.
All right.
Perception.
Yes. You feel that you are safe here, at least for now. Obi, are you going to spend any hit dice, or are you going to do anything for the short rest.
Remind me what spending the hit die is. It's just recover.
So you spend a hit die. You get to roll the hit die associated with your class, which for you is a D8, plus your Constitution modifier, which will happen if you just click the hit die button, and then you will be able to heal that much damage. You also do have potions that you can consume. Lothar does mention that he does have the keg of hard magic cider that he was given that does have the ability to heal.
Well, I mean, I only need to recover 1 hit point, so just roll a d8 instead.
Yeah, you can. It would be a D8 plus your Constitution modifier.
And,
You heal 5 hit points. You only needed 1. Your strength score goes back to what it once was. Triss, do you like to spend any hit die or do anything else during the short rest? Muted.
Am I still muted?
You're no longer muted.
How does everybody look?
I'll tell you after everyone has spent some hit die.
Oh, well, I was gonna use Cure Wounds on anyone who needed it, but...
I am doing you a favor. Wait to cast until after a short rest.
Okay.
It may not be needed to cast beforehand.
Okay, then, no, I'm good.
Alright. Scarlet, would you like to spend any hit die or consume anything or do anything?
Use your hit die.
I think I'm gonna use my hit die.
Alright. You get to roll a d12 being a barbarian. Plus your Constitution modifier. How many hit dice would you like to spend? So I'd put you up 9 with the first one.
Huh?
I guess do 2.
Let's see where you land at.
No, in the first one.
Well, I know, but I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd use the second one.
I'm gonna
Heat
use
and
one more.
pizza. Alright. You roll me another d12. That'll get you up another 9.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. Draxus, would you like to expend any hit die or do anything over the
Yeah.
short rest?
I'd use 1.
Alright. Roll me your hit die. It'd be a d10 for Paladin. You heal 10 points of damage, which I do believe gets you to full. Scarlet, your strength score returns to what it once was. Draxus, your strength score returns to what it once was. I think Triss is the only one who didn't get their strength drained in this combat encounter. And Lothar. Regain 7. And then he is going to bust out a keg. He's gonna say, ain't much, but I'm sure it'll help. As he is going to imbibe a use of the healing cider. He's going to offer it to anybody else who would like to partake. I believe I've shown you all this before, but I will show it to you again.
Aw, it's a little baby cake.
It is a baby cake. He is only taking one serving. So, regardless of what he rolls, he goes to max. Would anyone else like to partake?
Well, I could use a drink. I'm going to save that for later.
Scarlet, would you like to try some? You look like you could use a little bit of a top up.
Yeah, sure.
You roll me 1d4 plus 1. You heal 2 points of damage. Also, I realized I didn't put the fact that it has 10 servings. I'll do this. So that should put you at max. Does everyone have their original strength scores back?
Yeah.
Draxus?
Yep.
Alright. As your short rest ends, what would you all like to do?
Head back inside, I say very worriedly.
Alright. Let's clear this place of what foul beings still reside. I mean, how much could there still be left? I should not have opened my mouth, should I have?
Depends, can we duct tape Obi shut?
What's duct
Hey,
tape?
I'm the one that didn't say it this time.
So if you are ready, put yourselves back before the doors.
Huh?
Scarlet, is there anything that you would like to do before heading in? No? Alright.
No.
Draxus, doors lay before you. What would you like to do?
Open them cautiously. Part of me says kick them open, but I'm like, that sounds like a bad idea.
The empty main chamber lays before you, greeting you with naught but silence.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and ask Lothar to cast light on it and just throw it in and see if anything else goes scurrying after it.
He casts light on the rock, nods. As you toss it in, clatters across the stone tiles, bouncing once, twice, thrice before landing. A little ways in, nothing seems to move.
Okay. Inch our way in again.
Alright.
Should we search through the side room or just go back in again? Go through the doors in the front.
Well, we opened that one door. Obi opened that one door. Check that room, I guess.
Rest of y'all coming? You staying outside?
I don't know. I think I might stay outside for a minute.
Well, I guess us,
I agree.
Us two are the only ones brave enough to come in. Well, us three. Look at you, Obi.
I'm just gonna wait for a scream and then I'll come in. If I don't hear a scream in like 20 minutes, I'll be coming.
Same. I want to do it again.
Looking into this room, Draxus, you see it was once a kitchen. A hearth lies at the far end of the wall, silent and not stoked for some time. Broken remnants of tables and long rotted and replanted fruit and veg sit in the corner, struggling to live off of what light filters in through a hole in the south end of the wall. What do you do?
Obi, come back me up and let's search this room. I think you should also stay close as well, Lothar.
Can do, will do.
Perception?
Yeah, make me a perception or investigation check. A 13, looking around, you see that anything of value, of any real value, seems to have been taken. Most things that are left inside this are broken, rotted pieces of wood, or there is a fire poker next to the hearth. Could be used as a impromptu weapon if the need arised. Obi does point to the hole in the wall on the south side, outside of which you see the same sort of camping setup that you had seen in the front, though you do not see any undead or corpses laying about.
Well, that didn't yield much. The other room, I guess.
Alright, which other room? The big doors or the, Alright. Hopefully nothing jumps up at us once these doors open.
Obi, do you want to open the doors? I guess I'll have my sword out, kind of like in a defensive wall in front of me, and slowly push the door open.
Obi opens it. You see what looks like it was once a quarters at one point, place for people to return to sleep. Some of the blankets are torn, and it looks like some of the stuff had been salvaged by the orcs outside. The fireplace on this side also lies dormant. Another hole in the wall to the north this time, in the north corner. Anything of value in this room? Would you like to make a check for that? $17. Looking around, there does not seem to be anything of too much value. The only thing that you had noticed is next to one of the beds, which looks like a orc had been taking up residence in, was a small bag Opening it up, small like coin pouch bag. Opening it up, you do see various teeth. There's a wolf tooth. Pretty sure that's a human tooth. That's definitely a human tooth. That's also a human tooth. Ooh, this one's gold.
Oh god.
Ooh, golden tooth.
It's just a bag of teeth.
I'll take the wolf tooth and the golden one.
All right. You may add to your inventory wolf tooth and golden tooth.
I'm sure somebody will buy the golden tooth. Maybe I'll make the wolf tooth into a necklace. Okay, I guess now it's time for the big doors.
Should we get the others?
Yeah, Obi, go fetch the others.
No comment.
Triss, Scarlet, you see Obi coming towards you.
They both die.
You can see them. Triss,
Are they
you
ghosts?
can't. It's kind of dark in there.
How many times can Lothar cast the light and it actually, like, say last on other people?
He can cast it infinitely, but every single time he casts it, the previous light goes away.
I was gonna say, like, it probably would be handy to, like, cast it on each one of us, like on, like, a little pendant or something.
I can cast it on my shield. Like I normally do. Or my Warhammer. I also do it on that.
Say, keep it above the belt. We don't need no lightsabers.
Alright. He casts light on his shield. Triss, do you also enter, or are you waiting?
I already said I was waiting. I said I was waiting.
So everyone else is going inside, you're going to wait outside?
Oh.
It's fine if you are. Just wanting to know.
Well, I don't want to be the only person out there.
Fair enough.
Alright, rock, paper, scissors. Who opens the door?
Obi.
Yep, Obi, open the door.
Alright. Obi, do you open the door? The door swings open silently, almost as if the hinges were greased. Not nary a sound greets you as the doors open. As out of game, I'm doing something. Hold on one moment. I do apologize.
This is pretty cozy.
Hmm?
Pretty cozy.
All right. Draxus, Obi, you two on the front are able to see this inner chamber leading down to what you remember to be the crypts. There is a central dais upon which lies a sarcophagus, before which lies 4 decayed and long since forgotten bodies of orcs. Their 4 orcs, their bones littering the central dais before them, the sarcophagi slightly open. What do you do? As the shadows seem to be most deep in this room.
I'm gonna step just a little bit inside where I can actually see a bit more and use Divine Sense, see if they're. We'll get back up again.
I'm going to skip dinner and we're gonna go home.
All right. What was that, Scarlet?
No, I was trying to get Olivia and Perky to laugh.
I don't know. Lothar is going to follow behind you. Draxus, using Divine Sense, can you post that to the Roll20? All right, you know that there are 5 entities in this room. All of them are evil, and one of them has a distinct evil, one that you remember, one that you had sensed before when you were little. You also realize that this entire area around here is desecrated.
So I don't know exactly where they are, I just know that they're here.
You know the location. So that means I get to reveal them. Layer 2 token here. I need everyone to roll some initiative. Just like Lothar. Alright. Need one from Scarlet.
Oh, shit. Am I rolling initiative? Yeah. Come on.
Scarlet, can you roll some initiative?
Where did it?
Alright. Triss, you do not know these are here yet. Only Draxus knows where these are. The room seems empty save for the corpses before the altar and the open sarcophagi. What do you do?
I was gonna say really quick, since I saw them, I can't warn everybody to back up. That choke point would be better.
You can.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say before we start rolling. I was like, it'd be better to warn everyone and say that choke point would be much better for us.
All right.
Well, now I want to move back to where I was.
Then I'll draw my swords and kind of back up.
All right.
Hold my turn.
Triss, you draw your swords. At Triss's turn, stop moving your tokens.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Before we start rolling initiative, I was gonna tell everyone to back up since I saw them.
We are in initiative right now.
At 15.
That's 15.
20. I'll say there.
Alright. Draxus, as you speak and tell everyone to back up, a figure arises from the bones before the altar, swirling with a black mist like ash. Its mouth opens and a dark purple fire billows out from its maw. And you hear a deep rumbling voice, the one that you had heard before back when you were younger. Only one of them. This was only just one of these beings. Welcome back, little one. Agatha protected you last time, and yet you come back into my embrace to die and to become one with my horde.
Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. Obi just breaks
that
the
is too loud.
silencing.
If that is too loud for you, please tell me so I can alter the music.
Oh, it's fine.
No, that timing though.
And then this being before you, as I get to launches himself towards you in particular, Draxus. Draxus. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Draxus. Does a 12 hit?
No.
You take 10 points of psychic damage. As its claws hit you, you are transported back into your childhood. You hear the screams. You smell the burning flesh. You come back to your senses. It stands towering above you, 10 foot tall. It's billowing flames from its mouth. The only light that you now see.
Shove your sword up in his gut.
One of the shadows comes out the side and comes towards you, Obi. Determined to take you out. Obi. There's an 8 hit.
No.
But you've fought these things multiple times before. You know its tricks. You dodge out of the way. Draxus, focus so heavily upon this great demon before him. One comes to your side, does a 14 hit.
No.
As it launches towards you, Lothar pushes you out of the way and puts his shield in between you and it. The claw bounces against the holy light of his shield, and nothing happens. Obi, another one comes towards you, out of the side behind. Obi, does a 9 hit.
No.
And finally, one last, coming towards you, Draxus. Following up upon its master's unholy strike, it also strikes towards you with a 20. I assume that hits.
Oh yeah.
You take 8 points of necrotic damage. Roll me a d8. Or not a d8, a d4. Your strength drops by 3. Draxus, it is your turn. These unholy abominations stand before you. You hear whispering in your ear. It is that of who you made your pact with. Strike them down, Strike them down, Draxus. Take that rage. Kill the one who has taken much from you. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to smack him in the face with Thunderous Smite.
Alright. Also, real quick, Draxus. I forgot, you need to make me a wisdom saving throw. You fail. You feel compelled to take out the demon. But yeah, you bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite. Do you attack? Because you have to roll an attack as well. Your Thunderous Smite stacks onto your... You swing with your sword, but this is all so much reliving those memories. You're shaken and unable to find it in you to have the strength behind your blow. It goes wide, it goes slow, and the demon just barely moves out of the way to sidestep the blow. Its long arm reaching towards and behind your head as if to pull you towards its open maw. Do you do anything else? You still have your movement.
Yeah, but then 3 of them get a freaking attack of opportunity on me, and that's not good.
No, it's not.
Does that still burn my Thunder Smite cast since I
No.
missed my swing originally?
Nope. It
Okay.
stays until you hit.
I guess that's it.
Obi, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Let's see. If I move right now, I get an attack of opportunity from the ghost, right?
Unless if you take the disengage action or bonus action for you, then you would, yes. If you take the disengage, you will not.
Alright, so seeing this massive horde in front of him and just in general being tired of dealing with these, Obi is going to disengage back into the main room as his first action. And then,
Alright.
seeing we're going to be for a hell of a fight, just wants to make it a wee bit easier, I'm going to apply a drow poison to my short sword.
Alright. You do so.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Scarlet, what would you like to do?
I'm going to disengage and step back to the doors, like where Obi is, but on the other side.
Alright.
And draw my dagger just in case.
Alright. Also, I realized one thing is not in here. My apologies.
We're just leaving your ass and stuff.
Okay, where are you? Here it is. Alright. Let's get back to Scarlet. All right. You said you pull out what?
My crossbow bow, just in case.
All right.
Bow, whatever.
On Lothar's turn, says, "Well, these things don't like light. Holy magic seems to do the trick for them. So, hopefully this will work." And he's going to cast Divine Favor. Does not have a bonus to that. I'll just have to remember it. He is concentrating now. He is going to hold his ground. He's going to actually, he's going to hold his ground where he's at. He's going to make an attack against the one next to you, Jaraxxus, with his Warhammer. A 17 will definitely hit. For 9 points of damage. As you see the radiant strike burn away at the shadowy figure next to you. It seems that the radiance of his attack carried with it a much stronger blow against these things than what a normal blow would deal. But still not enough to take it out. Triss, it is your turn. What do you do?
Why is it so slow to turn back on?
Turn back
You
on.
hear me?
Yeah.
I keep unmuting and I click the button and then it's like a minute later it's like bloop and I'm like, okay, so none of that was heard.
Weird.
Alright.
I don't know.
So I have 30 feet of movement.
You have 30 feet of movement, correct?
Which would be there. Fuck it. Live fast, die young, am I right, chaps? So... This fella.
This fella, yes. You see this entity. You've never seen something like this before. A shadowy figure looking much like something out of a nightmare, standing 10 foot tall, made of darkness, ash, and having a maw made of a deep purple fire. Its eyes glow with a sinister malevolence as it towers over Jaraxxus.
Nothing like out of my nightmares.
That 10 foot tall get to you?
No. Different kinds of nightmares. Oof. Either of those hit?
Both of those hit.
Nice.
Roll some damage.
Psychic.
And you're psychic. All right. As the blows rain down upon this, the psychic damage seems to strike hold quite readily. However, your physical blows seem turned away by something deep within inside of this thing, something otherworldly. Something other. As your blows rain down upon it, is that your turn?
I guess so.
It turns to you, smiling at Jaraxxus. I'll deal with you later. This one seems uppity. She needs to know her place.
Hmm.
And then it seems to just disappear. Triss,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, that was supposed to be at advantage. Does a crit hit you?
You fucking know it does, asshole.
You take 15 points of psychic damage. As it reappears behind you, its claw literally going through your skull, grabbing hold of something, grabbing hold of your brain inside before raking back, and you're pierced by the cries of all those who have fallen before it, racking you with a
Spicy.
terrible splitting headache. And that is its turn. You are now at the mercy of its minions before you. Triss,
I'm in danger.
does a 23 hit?
Motherfuckers! Why the fuck would you ask that?
Because I'm evil.
I know.
You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down.
How
Roll
do
me a
you
D4.
like your danger there?
Triss, roll me a d4.
You do know that you will not be sleeping in this bed if you kill Triss.
I'm aware. Your strength
Alright
dropped
then.
by 2.
The last time I do something nice for somebody. By 2, so that means it's an 8.
Draxus. A 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, it hits.
You take 13 points of necrotic damage. Roll me a d4. Your strength score drops by 1. Also, why is the layer action at... I was supposed to go after Triss. My apologies. We'll do it now. Break up the monotony of 4 shadows going right after each other.
I'm not saving your ass this time.
Huh?
I'm not saving your ass this time.
This one. This one. Anyway, the layer action. Triss.
Do my
Drax.
German!
The crypt before you begins to shine with a radiant light.
I'm down. I can't see shit.
I need one of you to roll me a d4.
I'm down. I can't do shit.
Draxus, Triss, both of you have your strength restored by 4.
So does that mean it's plus?
It is back to where it's at if it is not, if it is lowered by anything less than 4.
I'm down though. Does that still work?
It still works. Your strength is restored. In addition, you also both regain 4 hit points.
I'll do it in a minute. I'm doing my German.
Fair
Slave
enough.
to the owl.
Slave to the owl.
Hang on, it says my health is still 25, but it's 4 in the bar.
Yes, 4 out of 25.
No, the bar says 25 out of 25.
Should say 4 out of 25.
But when I click on it, it says 4 in the green circle.
It's probably just something that didn't update.
I'm refreshing.
Yeah, fair enough. As the light billows out from this crypt, shining over you, the shadows seem to shrink away. Hissing silently at the light. Triss, since you're in the front lines, does an 18 hit?
You know it does. I have a black
back
screen
down.
of death.
You want me to do your
No,
math
I
and
got
all
it.
that?
I figured it out. What
Alright.
was the damage? Am I just 0 or am I down?
You're back down. You got yo-yoed right there.
Thank you.
Jiraxis. Does a 13 hit?
No, thank God.
The light of this crypt that is billowing out of this crypt seems to mess with these shadows before you, giving you just enough time to breathe. It's now your turn.
If I disengage, will I get past him freely as well? Or just be the
Yes.
one I'm next to?
You will be able to get past all enemies that would be able to get an attack of opportunity against you. But you would not be able to take an attack, because it takes your full action to disengage.
I think I'm definitely going to have to play it safe and disengage back there towards Obi.
Okay. And chug a bonus action healing potion, I assume?
No, because that feels like a waste. I'm going to try to use Cure Wounds.
That would take your action.
Shit.
Don't worry.
What about Lay on Hands?
That takes an action.
Okay. Well, then I guess...
Most healing takes an action. That's why I have bonus action healing potions.
I'll do that then.
Alright, roll me 2d4 plus 2.
Just /R, correct?
Yep, slash roll.
I was going to say /R said unrecognized command.
Did you put a space between the /R and what you were rolling?
Oh, is that what you have to do?
You also have to put space, yes. You heal 7 points of damage.
Not that I think it's going to save me against his ass, but...
Obi, one of your allies is down. I need you to roll me an Arcana check again. You still don't understand what's happening. You may do your turn, or you understand what I put that wrong. My apologies. You may do
You mean
your
I
turn as
don't
per normal.
understand what's going on?
Yes, you don't understand what. No, I was trying to allude to something.
Huh. I'm going to rush up to the main motherfucker and swing at it with my now poisoned short sword.
All right. A 24 will hit. Let me sneak attack as well because you do have an ally within 5 feet. Actually, that'd be a 20. No, because Triss is down. All right. The drow poison striking into this demon. It looks down at your blade and looks back up at you. A little tip. Should you survive this? He reaches down, grabs your blade, and just pulls it out. Completely unfazed by your attack. My kind are quite immune to poison. The blade, however, does deal damage.
I just kind of stare at it in bewilderment, trying to figure out. Like, I just stabbed this motherfucker. And it's not even reacting to the damage I dealt, let alone the poison. I then cry out to everyone who can hear me right now. I think we need to leave, like, immediately. Lothar, if we can somehow get Triss up and then leave this place, that'd probably be the best course of action, because I don't think we're making it out of here alive.
Lothar nods. Scarlet, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna start running.
Fair enough. Do you disengage first?
Yes, but I'm gonna take dodge as my action.
You get dodge or disengage. You cannot do both.
I take disengage then.
All right. You disengage, so it cannot take an attack of opportunity against you. You have 35 feet of movement.
It won't move. I can't get my character to move.
You're on measure, so go up to the one that looks like an arrow, like a mouse, and click that, and then you should be able to move.
I think that's 35 feet. Or 30 feet. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it is.
You have 35 feet. That is 30 feet, though, so that is a correct move. That is 35 feet.
Okay.
You're right before the doors. It's Lothar's turn. Lothar looks to Triss, and he is going to cast Healing Word because I changed his spells. Like a good DM, to give you guys a little bit of help. Triss, you regain 8 points of damage. 8 hit points. I can speak.
8 hit points.
8 hit points. And he is going to, for his action, he is going to smack the big dude. And he is going to call out to you, Triss. Run! I'll hold him back. Uh, 15 will hit. Ooh, go Lothar. Once again, as Radiance strikes against this fiend, it seems to hurt it far more than your weapon blows have been dealing. Triss, it is your turn. You are awake. You are back up. You are currently laying flat on your back as your mind comes back to you.
Okay, how does getting up work? It's half my movement?
It's half of your movement to get up from prone.
I want to do that.
Alright.
I want to do this.
Alright.
I want this one in it, and this one in it, and this one in it. So,
you
like,
want all of them in it? Like that?
I want this fucker in it as well.
Huh? So you want it like this?
Yes.
Do you want to leave outside of that radius before you do this?
Yeah, but then I'm fucking Lothar over there.
You'd be fucking him over regardless because he has to. He has to stay there.
But I have to go through him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You'd go through him anyway. However, if you want to cast that, you cannot take the disengage or dodge action, so you'd be getting 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks of opportunity. At minimum.
Do I want to risk it?
Do you want to risk it for the biscuit?
I want to risk it for the biscuit.
If you are knocked down, your spell will go away and be wasted.
Fuck.
As a note.
But even if I escape, I still get attacks of opportunity.
If you take the disengage action, they cannot take attacks of opportunity, and you can move your 15 feet. If you take your action to cast Fairy Fire, and then you, regardless if you move first or not, then they will take attacks of opportunity.
Fuck it, I'll just move.
Alright. Do you take the disengage action?
Yeah.
Alright. Five, 10, 15. Yeah, that works. Taking the disengage action. Layer action 20. It cannot affect anyone, so actually nothing happens. The demon turns to Lothar. You're going to hold me back. Well, aren't you heroic? Perhaps your corpse will be enough to break the hallow spell upon this altar. Shall we see? Make attacks against Lothar. Oh, wrong thing. A 20 and then a 12. A 20 will hit. Lothar dealing Lothar 6 damage. causing him to have to make a concentration check, which he passes. Triss, by the way, I need you to make me a Arcana check. Forgot to say this on your turn.
On a check.
Arcana check.
I'm looking at those.
Like Obi, nothing comes to mind. The shadows are going to begin to swarm Lothar.
Honey, can you take over the control of my character so I can go to bed? It's 11 and I gotta get up early.
Yeah, just shut down and go to bed. I'll make sure of it.
Yep.
I'll try to be quiet on my end.
Oh, you're fine. Good night, everybody.
No,
Good night.
Night.
20 will hit Lothar for 10. Lothar does not look like he's doing too well. But his spell continues to stay.
Might need to go and pull Lothar out.
Huh?
Said somebody needs to go and pull Lothar out.
That would miss. Sorry, there's so many all at once. It's just how that ended up rolling. Gonna stay. I will attempt not to. That will miss. Draxus, it is your turn.
Ooh.
Love you too.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up within range of the big baddie and use
Alright.
my channel divinity with the enmity on it.
Alright. So you will have advantage on your attack rolls. Actually, I'll do this one for that. A 21 will hit. In addition, you also get the 2d6 from your Thunderous Smite. Are you going to add anything else to that?
Can I add more?
You can add a normal smite on top of that.
I mean, yeah.
Paladins are known for their Nova damage.
I was gonna say, if I'm able to actually hit, then yes.
Alright.
So that'd be Searing Smite?
No, it would be a normal smite, which is just 2d8 radiant.
I was gonna say, it doesn't show me any other normal smite.
It's one of your class features.
Oh, okay, so just roll 2d8.
2d8. Alright. A strength save. Let's see if this demon is strong enough. I don't think it's strong enough, even with advantage. With a 4. So your blade strikes into it. 1 second while I subtract the damage. From it. As your blade strikes into it, dealing an extremely significant amount of damage with that blow, launching it backwards into the pillar. One of the rules that I have, if it cannot move due to something blocking its way, it will take damage. shunt the shadow this way. Draxus, would you like to roll me a d6? Take some extra damage from slamming into the pillar. Where once there was a strong, powerful demon, that one blow seemed to do a lot to it. It went from quite healthy to cowering in fear. What do you do, Draxus?
Well, I did come up with a cool catchphrase, which totally wasn't mildly stolen off Green Lantern.
You can say it.
I'm gonna look at him and just think to myself and just scream out at him, "By Horror's might and Horror's light, you will not live to see another night." Totally doesn't sound like solely stupid when I actually say it vocally, but that's not the point.
Is that your turn?
Well, I can't use like a bonus action to yank Lothar behind me, can I?
You already used your bonus action for your Vow of Enmity.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright. Obi, roll me an Arcana check. Hey! Upon seeing Draxus's blade slam into this entity, you realized something. If your attack has some sort of a magical oomph behind it, it strikes harder. And you have 5 arrows that have been enchanted.
I mean, it's worth a shot. Literally. So what, the only 2 in the doorway currently are just these shadows?
Those are the 2 that you can see. Actually, let me... so you can see and target, if you so wish, this one and this one with no issues. This one will have a cover bonus. Target any others. And the one in the back you can also target. You cannot target the demon.
Target the one closest to Lothar.
Target the one closest to Lothar. Do you use a normal arrow or do you use one of your special arrows?
+1.
You'll use a +1. So that will be a 15 to hit for 8 piercing damage. Roll your sneak attack. As the arrow hits this entity, unlike your blows before, it connects properly, almost killing it entirely in a single blow. Roll me a d2. R/roll 1d2. That arrow will be recoverable at the end of the combat. Do you do anything else with your turn?
I still say we're in a pretty bad spot. If I bonus action like disengage or run or whatever the fuck it is, can I also like drag somebody with me, or is that another action on top of that?
If they are unconscious, yes. If not, it's an action.
So I couldn't carry... Triss is conscious now, right?
Triss is conscious now. I'll let it slide with the last time because y'all were literally out of combat. I was just screwing with you by keeping the initiative going.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep making my way towards the door in a retreat. but
All
not
right.
gonna go too far. That way I can provide backup cover.
All right, you have 25 feet of movement. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. You still can move 5 more feet.
All right.
Scarlet, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to see Draxus go back in and Obi, and I'm gonna start making my way back towards them.
All right, what do you do?
Shoot some arrows, may as well.
I'm going to shoot some arrows.
All right. You can actually shoot arrows at them from where you're at and still hit stuff.
I am going to do that.
All right. Fun fact about ranged weapons: they're ranged. Good for fighting from a distance. All right, roll me an attack with your bow.
You click
Oh,
dagger.
you're going with the dagger.
You click dagger.
Sorry, wrong one.
You're fine.
No, you're just chucking that thing across the room.
I mean, you can. You technically can. You say at that distance, be disadvantaged, but you could. Do you do a bow? Or are you going to throw the dagger?
I'm gonna do the bow, but it's being difficult with me.
Fair enough. A 13 hits. I assume you're attacking the one. Which one are you attacking, I should say? Are you going to attack the one that's already weakened, or the one that's directly in front of you? So those two that you can actually hit.
Weakened one.
Alright. With that, the arrow hits, and it is just enough to finish it off. With the blow that Obi had done, the two of you are able to take it out together. As one less enemy is there for you to fight. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Scarlet?
Nope, that's it.
Lothar's turn. He looks around and says, "We still got trouble." And he is going to attempt a bonk against the weakened shadow that he can hit. Does he have something? Sorry. And he's going to attempt. Actually, no, yeah, he's going to attempt a bonk. A bonkity bonk bonk. 15 will hit. It almost looks as if it's going down, so he's going to attempt to finish it off using his bonus action. But an 8 will not hit. It's Triss's turn. I am playing for Triss at the moment. Triss, seeing what Obi did with the magical arrows, is going to bonus action cast. Actually, I'm going to go with what she was wanting to do originally. She is going to cast Fairy Fire, using her fairy powers. She's going to cast it here. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of a Tootsie Pop?
How did I know that was going to happen? And
What?
a 4. First one succeeds. The second one is now do this. They're now shining, and they take a chunk of damage as the light lands on them, as well as this one. The light blasts again. Technically, Lothar's in the room. Why not? We'll be nice. He heals 3. And his strength goes back up to normal. The demon goes up to Lothar. I'm tired of you. And I'm tired of you. Turns to Draxus. Against Lothar. Whoops. A 15, which does not hit. And against Draxus, a 17. Does that hit?
Yes.
You take 11 points of psychic damage. As once again your mind is sundered and you see flashes
I don't know.
of your village. This time you see men, women, and children being ripped apart by the claws of this thing. Not their physical bodies, but their very souls.
Oh. I don't know. 1 o'clock?
Time for the Shadow Cadre. Let's see if this hits Lothar. All the disadvantages. No. See if this hits... Actually, he can stay where he's at. See if this hits Lothar. No. See if this hits Lothar. He is being the tank. No. Draxus, it is your turn. As Lothar is being a wall for you.
I'm gonna use another Thunder Smite and make sure I finish this damn thing.
Alright.
I don't mean to sound cynical, but these motherfuckers are gonna kill us.
Nah, he just looks big. We'll show him.
How many spells do you have left?
If this hits again, it'll be 1.
Alright. It does hit.
And can I slap
Well.
another Smite on top of that, or is that once a day?
No, you have to spend a spell slot to do a Divine Smite. Which is that Radiant Smite.
Well, you said he's hurting, so I'm gonna make sure he dies. So that'd be no spells left then.
So, how many spells do you have at the start of every day?
3.
So you've spent 1 to cast Thunder Smite the first time, then 1 to cast Divine Smite, then 1 to cast Thunder Smite a second time.
Okay, fair.
let us see if he is able to save against your thunderous smite. No. Even at advantage. It seems having a 1 in your strength score is not conducive to having a good strength save. And he is once again thrown back into the pillar. If you'd like to roll me another d6. He's still up.
How the fuck?
It was the radiant damage, not the thunder damage.
Plus, he's got a lot of hit points.
I know, I was picturing you say
anything-
he was like on death's door, so I was like, oh, well, he's almost done.
No, he still has chunks of hit points. He's not a bitch.
Okay, well, if he's not almost dead, I think it's time to run.
Oberus. You can still move, sorry. Draxus, if you'd like to use your movement.
Yeah, if he's not almost dead like I thought you had said he was, I think it's time to run.
I mean, if that Thunder Smite was a Divine Smite, he might have been dead. Oh, actually, I forgot. When you did your Divine Smite the first time, I need you to roll an additional d8 because he is a demon. You get an additional d8 on demons and undead. So it's 3d8. Alright.
So I didn't know I had like a divine smite. It didn't ever show up on my character sheet, so I was like, oh, well.
That's why you read your character sheet. Here, I'll add it to your character sheet once we're done.
Okay, I see it. It's not on my spell list. That's why I wasn't thinking about it.
It's because it's not a spell. It's an ability. Like how Obi can disengage as a bonus action. It's one of his things. You get the ability to do a shit ton of Nova damage.
I wish I could mulligan that.
Do you want to?
I mean, if you don't mind, if that's okay.
I'll put damage back onto him, and then you can make it a Divine Smite. This is your this is your part of your backstory, so I will allow it. Because flavor.
So
just roll 3d8 instead. Draxus, how would you like to finish this demon off?
I'm just like picturing my guy like being worn down on his knees. So in fact, I only got like 2 health. Just like looking up at him, slowly standing, and just overhead swinging the sword. And it's just glowing brightly. Considering the fact this is technically a temple to Horror and all them, I could picture he'd have like a guiding hand in it.
As the glow, carried by your fury and your divine power, burns with a radiant fury, cleaving down upon this demon. It turns to Lothar to strike him once more, only for its head to be taken from its shoulders. Its body drops, its form turning to ash, and then that ash congealing into a black ichor, a puddle, a stain of malice and of putrid fetid rot on the ground of the temple floor. The demon dies. As he dies, the 3 shadows that are left begin to wail, an actual sound coming from them this time, as the shadows are stripped from their body with the death of the demon, leaving naught but remains of bones that fade away into ash. Draxus, you hear in your head as he dies, "I may be gone for now, but I'm not dead yet. I will be back."
So would Katya not yank him underground as well?
She would. He doesn't know that.
I just like walk over to where his pile of ashes would be and kick him and just straight up say, "If you come back up here again, I'll just slice you right back down."
Lothar sighs and drops to his knees. Let's agree not to do that again.
But we had so much fun.
All right, I'll add more enemies to the initiative. Hold on.
No.
No.
Draxus, the battle has ended, and now you see the sarcophagus. You're healing yourself with your lay on hands.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm not gonna. Second it in, I'm like, oh, healing, definitely.
Yep. You see the sarcophagus before you that is slightly opened. Blood and entrails and skeletal remains litter right before it. Yet you're seeing it now in the light that is shining from it. It is still pristine, as if it was untouched. As if something was keeping it at bay.
Can I use my divine sense again to see if the corruption has left this place, if it's safe?
Yeah, using the divine sense once more. The corruption is still there, but it is slowly receding. And it is receding as if being pushed back by this sarcophagus before you.
I'm gonna walk up and check it.
A moment while I change songs.
Tiptoe around the bones, not be disrespectful.
It's looking up. It's orc bones, definitely. The tusks are right there. Draxus, you know that this sarcophagus is more of a front. If you were to fully remove the lid, it turns into a staircase down into the crypts where your family is buried.
Oh, I feel like we should walk down there, but we're hurting like hell. Can I see if there's anything down there? I mean, I did use my divine sense. The badness is leaving.
It seems hallowed, as if whatever corruption tried to get to it from up here was unable to touch what was down there, consecrated and protected from such darkness.
I'm gonna ask Lothar to go with me, being the only other person with the light. Seems like it's the only other person that should be allowed down there.
What about the rest of us? I mean, Obi and Scarlet look pretty fine, but Triss is banged up, and you and I, we're none too worse for wear.
I feel like it should be safe down there, but I figured it's better to have at least one other person with me to be safe.
Triss nods and will return to the group. Obi, Scarlet, what do you two do as these two seem to be ready to embark down into the crypts of this temple?
What if like we drag Trish where like near like inside there and then shut the doors behind us so nothing can come through the doors, and then we can just keep an eye out, and if we hear Perky and or sorry, Draxus and Lothar scream and come running up the stairs, we can reopen the doors and take everybody out and then shut the doors so nothing can come after us.
So can you repeat that? I don't think I caught what you're trying to say.
Like if we drag like Trish like where we're at and
Yeah.
shut the doors behind us.
So you're saying the outside of the temple? Is that what you're saying?
So you're going outside the temple.
No, like where the crypt is, isn't there doors there?
Oh, those doors. Yes, there are doors there.
Go inside where the crypt is, shut those doors so nothing from the outside can come and get us if there is anything left. And then if we hear Draxus and all of them like running up the stairs as if something's chasing them, we can reopen the doors, get Trish out in time, and then have Draxus and Lothar run through those doors and reshut the doors so nothing from the crypt can get out.
Trish says sounds good to her, but she needs to heal up a little bit. She is going to touch her chest and cast Cure Wounds.
I was gonna say, does Lothar have any cure wounds left? He could probably pop us up a little bit before we walk down.
Actually, does she have potions? She would drink a potion before she'd heal with a spell. She does not have potions. Actually, she's going to have a drink because she didn't have a drink before. She'll have one of the cider drinks. She'll heal 4. Lothar still has a lot of his spells because he didn't use spells in the first battle. So yeah, he says, I can do a prayer of healing before we go down there.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll do a prayer of healing before we go down there. He's going to do a prayer of healing. Everybody who's missing hit points regains 7. This will be good for now. Lothar is fine for where he's at now. Alright. Obi, are you also going to go along with Scarlet's plan?
Which is the whole, like, stay out here and wait on Lothar and Draxus.
Oh, no, stay in here. That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Alright. Then, Lothar, Draxus, or just Draxus, I should say, since I'm playing Lothar. You go down into the tombs, the catacombs, and the crypts. The bones of the deceased tucked away in their little alcoves, respectfully. Small offerings here and there, whether it be pieces of gold or long withered and dried flowers, resting upon the remains. Draxus, you head down to a small area, a crypt that your family had set aside for all those who had come before and all those who would come after. You have the key upon your person. This small hallway is allotted to you and your family. You just need to open the iron barred gates to get to it.
I opened the gate.
However, I should say you are surrounded by the remains of so many.
That's him
This temple's
saying,
been here
"Oh,
for a while.
do not do it."
But if it's hollowed ground, everything should be fine, correct?
Do you open the gate?
Shit, and I used my last divine sense too. Well, thinking the fact that the radiant light that was coming out of it should be fine, so I would open the gate.
You open the gate. As you walk in, Draxus, you see two ethereal beings standing before you, smiling.
Oh, it's your parents.
It's your parents. Two spirits who had stayed behind to make sure that you were okay.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I would just stare. I wouldn't really even know what to say exactly.
You see your mother smile and cover her mouth, holding back a sob. And father nods at you, seemingly proud of the grand warrior you've grown to be, before the two of them begin to fade, leaving naught but the remains behind.
I'd like rush up as they were fading and try to give him a hug.
As you reach out to them, they are no longer there before you get to them, naught but faded into the next life. However, you do see, tucked in the alcove among their bones, something that wasn't there before when you had put them to rest before all of this. What do you do?
I'd look and see what it is.
Draxus, out of the remains, your parent, you pull a broken sword. One half was resting with your mother, the other half with your father. You feel the sword on your back burn hot. What do you do?
I assume it's complaining that I have this. I mean, is it like refusing to let me take it?
It's not refusing to let you take it. It's a broken sword. You're allowed to take items. You just gain a penalty if you're trying to use a different weapon.
That's fair. I would take it with me, thinking that possibly Obi could fix it.
Alright. You may add into your inventory Broken Ancestral Blade. Weighs... Hold on, let me check the weight. It weighs 3 pounds.
I would put 2 gold pieces on each one of their caskets, just like there was going along the other ones.
You do so. Lothar, as you turn, is doing a prayer of some sort.
I would join in with them in the best way I can.
You see he's praying to Tyr to watch over these souls who have been lost here and all souls who have passed upon these grounds, that the darkness might be pushed away and new light may come to this temple, so that others may come and rebuild, and that this temple might become whole once again.
If it's okay with you, Lothar, once we have time, or maybe we could pay somebody to repair this place.
It'd be a shame to let it go to waste, but we can talk to the others about that. My pockets are kind of empty at the moment.
Did you spend all your money bribing Tyr for your flames? Which case,
Let's go up to meet the others.
you need to give him some more money, buddy.
Let's go up to meet the others.
As we're walking out, I put like silver and copper pieces along each one, giving each person a little bit of an offering.
All right. I will remember that.
I'd love to put a gold piece on each one, but I only got 34 of them.
All right. Obi, Scarlet, Triss, who's asleep. You see Draxus and Lothar return from the crypts.
Oh, did you find what you're after?
In a way, they are still down there. So I'm only slightly pissed at the same time. But I did find this, and I would show him the broken sword.
I take the sword into my hand, swing it a few times. Yeah, I can definitely tell this thing's had seen better days, but nothing I can't fix with a good bit of time.
Obi,
But
this blade is of exceptional quality, despite the fact that it is broken. It is of a craftsmanship that far exceeds your own. And by far exceeds, I mean, this is something that a master craftsman of the, in service of the dwarven god of crafting, Moradin, would be jealous of. It is that well made of a blade, despite it being broken.
well, I'll take this as a fucking challenge.
Let's say Lothar does have detect magic. Could he see if there's anything on it? And also relay to everyone else that was not there when they were buried.
And relay to everyone else what?
That the blade wasn't there when they were buried.
One moment.
I kind of keep the fact of seeing their ghost between just me and Lothar.
Fair enough.
Seems like special.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what magic would be on this blade.
Also should ask, is it a one-handed sword or a two-handed sword?
Long swords are both. They can be wielded with one hand or with two hands. If you wield it with one hand, it deals a d8 of damage. If you wield it with two hands, it deals a d12 of damage. By the way, the session is over. I'm just trying to get this information for you before we go. Gonna wrap it up here.
I was figuring didn't need really role play. Just zip back over to Coneyberry and just rest.
Yeah. It would be considered evocation magic. Yep, evocation magic. Also, a lot of you are now level 4.
Don't sound too thrilled about that.
Well,
buddy.
I guess Obi, you're still level 3.
Oh no,
Sorry.
that's the
What-
Obi is exhausted after killing so many of those fuckers, but it is to be expected. After all that grinding, I should have got a fucking level out of that.
Yeah. So how did you guys like your first boss battle? True boss battle.
Fucking hated it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, it's time to re-roll.
The funny thing is, at work, I was actually theory crafting like some ideas for a second character.
Ready to play somebody else? Don't like Obi anymore?
Oh, it's not that. It's just, I mean, apparently I foresaw, like, the levels of bullshit we're gonna have to deal with.
Hey,
So
we're level 4. We can kill Agatha now.
So how I deal with bosses is how the game does challenges for you guys is it gives monsters a thing called a challenge rating. Challenge rating of 3 is supposed to be an average medium range encounter for a group of 4 third level adventurers. Y'all have 6 adventurers in your party, not including Lennar. This encounter was supposed to be set up for all 6 of yous. Y'all still beat it, which is great.
I don't think we would have beat it if you didn't allow me to mulligan that.
Yeah, no. Would have been a retreat kind of scenario.
Which I appreciate more than you know.
Anyway, so challenge rating. That demon that you fought was twice your levels. It was level 6. It was challenge rating 6. That's not including the minions it had with it. Y'all did good.
Don't worry, hold on. I got this.
Hey, you posted something. I'm sure all of you are very tired from this.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not like we've been going on for 4 hours.
Apologies. You all may head off to bed if you so wish. I'm just doing stuff on my end. Y'all are free to run away if you wish.
Oh no, it wasn't the time. It was just like so tense. I don't even think. I think for a second I forgot to breathe. I'm just like, okay, I got 2 health. I can possibly kill him, or he can kill me.
Hey, Perky.
I like how both of y'all are like, oh my god, it was so tense, couldn't barely breathe, and I'm just sitting over here knitting. Like, nah, if I die, I die.
Technically, you're already
Hey,
dead.
Perky.
What?
I'm doing the whole stuff to level up my road, and it says something about fate.
Yeah,
I thought I would let you know, Perky.
that's one of the things that you all get to figure out. At level 4, you are offered the chance to increase your stats or to get an ability. Talked about this before. You can add +2 to any one of your stats, +1 to 2 of your stats, or gain a new ability. If you all have questions, you are very free to
It
send
didn't
me
give
these.
me the option for a new ability. It was just you can increase 2 of your abilities by 1 or 1 of your abilities by 2. There was no option for.
You should also be able to get a feat. And should have also offered you to be able to get a feat.
So Constitution, that's the amount of health that you have, correct?
That is correct.
I'm trying to figure out what I would really be lacking in.
Well, I can give you some ideas of stuff that you could do from like a DM overlooking perspective of like, if you want this, you do this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd appreciate it. Because I'm like, the only thing I'm picturing is like, alright, I always had 1 to strength and 1 to health, but I'm not sure if I'm really...
All right. 1 second. I need to do something. I will be right back. That something is use a bathroom. Sorry.